You're probably wondering what a DJ eats in a day while cutting. Yeah, it's not that exciting.
All right, so full day of eating. This video is very half-assed, I'm not gonna lie. Couldn't be making a video today, so I'm on a cut at the moment. So I'm gonna go through what I eat in a day, which is pretty much every day. You cut today, by the way. How am I looking? Is that how the Rizzler does it? Feels good to kind of take a break from music content, not gonna lie. I'm a bit of a gym bro, so ChatGPT gave me a gym bro score of 8 out of 10. And that's when I didn't care about dieting. But now that I'm dieting, I'd probably get a 9 out of 10, not gonna lie. All right, so we'll start off with breakfast. Oh, by the way, this is the microphone I use to record my DJ sets with. It's the only microphone I have, so. All right, starting off with protein powder. Kind of running out of oats at the moment, but oats. And then almond milk. I always get the unsweetened version, lower calories. And then I'll do it with 2 Biscoff biscuits. Ugh. And then I'll do it with 2 Biscoff biscuits. Biscoff biscuits. I actually usually do it with PB2. I'll put it on screen. And some berries as well. But Coles are out of stock of the powdered peanut butter. Obviously, the powdered peanut butter, lower in calories. If you use actual peanut butter, it tastes like shit as well. I've tried it before. So the powder mixes in really nicely with the protein powder. That breakfast is bomb. I have it every single day. It tastes really good. About 400 calories. All right, so secondly, I'll have YoPro. When I'm at work, I'll have one of these for morning tea around 10 a.m. And then I'll have this one after lunch. On the weekends, I pretty much just have them together. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. They're about 100 calories each. Very filling. Right, this is where I go full bodybuilder. So you got meat, preferably lean meat, and rice. Obviously, I don't eat dry meat on its own. I'll have low-calorie sauces. So with ground beef, I have soy sauce and onion and some garlic powder, which tastes really nice, and some actual garlic. Another good option with the beef is taco seasoning. I'll have that with like sugar-free barbecue sauce. Obviously, there's other options too, like chicken breast, steak. I have steak on the weekends. So with chicken breast, I'll have Peronaise with peri-peri salt. And then another option with chicken breast too is a little bit of yogurt and some curry powder. Makes for a nice low-calorie meal. On the weekends, like I said before, steak. We do steak. I usually make it with garlic powder, oregano, salt and pepper, and then heat it up in the air fryer. Do it for like 10 minutes. Flip it over halfway. Cook it with some rice. And I'll just throw some cucumber in there with some French dressing. I think this is the sugar-free or the less sugar version. All right, and then for dessert. So dessert is about 250 grams Greek yogurt. And then we've got some frozen strawberries, some frozen blueberries. I usually put the berries in water for about 2 minutes. I like them slightly frozen. And then I'll drain them in a strainer and put the yogurt on top. And then I put a friggin' shitload of sweetener in there. I got this idea from Greg Doucette. He's always saying how it's not that bad for you, so I kind of believe him. I've never really done all that much research about it. I do drink shitloads of sugar-free soda, so I mean this is just kind of adding to it. I'm already digesting a lot of sweetener, so Alright, and then cheat meals. I usually eat around about 1,000 to 1,500 calories. I've only been doing this diet for like 2 weeks, by the way. So the first week I had Subway footlong combo with chicken strips, sweet chili sauce, a whole bunch of veggies, white bread, type of bread doesn't really matter, with 2 chocolate chip cookies and a sugar-free vanilla Coke. So that's around about like 1,200-ish calories. And then last Friday night I made brioche buns with ground beef and those little fake cheese slices just to give it that like kind of McDonald's feel. And then I put a bunch of sauces like tomato ketchup, again sugarless, less added sugar and salt. I think they put less sugar in it. And then mayonnaise, fat-free version, and mustard. They're all really low calorie, or decently low calorie. I have like a teaspoon of each in the burger. And then I have a couple of paddle pops. They're about like 90 calories each. So that brings the total to about like 1,400 calories, something like that, which again sits within the range. I'm just going to grab the mic again. It feels better when I hold something. I don't know why. So yeah, I think where I was falling apart before was I'd come home from work, I'd have my regular dinner. Everything up until night time was completely fine. But then I'd come home, sit on the couch and just binge eat everything. So that's stopped now. I think the yogurt is a really good hack because it's very filling. So after I have that dessert, I feel completely full and satisfied. I'm not just eating a whole bunch of carbs. They're just not very satiating. I think is the right word for it. So before I'd come home and eat popcorn, ice cream, I don't know, I thought I'd have a better time sitting watching TV and binge eating food. But ever since the switch, it's been quite okay. So I've dropped about 2 kilograms. I think I've already mentioned that. I know in the first couple of weeks it's mostly water weight, but if I was eating like I was eating before, that weight wouldn't have come off. So let's be real. I'm pretty sure that all covers it. I'm training 4 times a week at the gym before work just to hold the mass. I'd be training anyway. I was training during the bulk. We'll see how this goes. So far, so good. It's been pretty easy, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of variety. I like sticking to like the same kind of stuff and keeping it really simple, keeping the recipes simple as well. I think variety is just kind of stressful, but this is my way of doing it. But yeah, so far so good. I'll keep you guys posted. Like I said before, kind of nice to do some different content that's not music orientated. But see you guys in the next one.